All right, so what's your name?
I want you to know this is not my idea. My kids have been pushing me to do something, and when I said I may not be there at the celebration, they said, it's okay, we'll have a celebration with or without you. So here I am having to participate in this occasion, and they wanted me to say something about my life in 10 minutes or less. And I just want to say that I was born on December 1, 1941 in a little city called Ramanathapuram. So they tell me. Going back in time, my great-great-grandfather, who was a Hindu, and his family became Christians in a little town called Polamapuram. And they took a name from the Bible, David. That's how we all came to be Davids at this point. My father was a police officer, and he was really unbelievably generous man. And he didn't really fit in the police department. He was really non-corrupt, so wherever he went, he got transferred. So I ended up studying many schools, and 17 schools altogether. And because I was considered sickly and needed special nutrition, that my siblings all went to stay with my grandmother, and like a boarding home almost, and I went along with them wherever they went. I remember a time when I was only 7 years old, when I pestered my father in taking me on a lion hunt with him. The lion had killed several cattle in the village, and he finally agreed, and I went. And the pelt with its head lay as a rug in our house for many years. Another time, my brother Rabindra and I would basically, cut classes and go to park and play in the trees. And it went on for many, many days before we were discovered. And that's a time I recall with fondness.
Did you get spanked, or what happened at that point?
Oh, we always get spanked. My mom was a spanker. We were happy, although we didn't have cars to play with. We didn't even have a family car. And a bicycle was a luxury. And we used to play marbles and some other games which really doesn't require any capital. And we enjoyed the company of other people, and that's what life was about. My father got a car at the very end of his career, which was an old Ford Model T, which was a luxury. It wouldn't always start. You had to push start it a lot of times, but that's the way it was. Although, in spite of the popularity and friendships I had, I went through a time with a feeling of loneliness and emptiness in the fourth year in college. And during this time, I attended a Billy Graham crusade, which was in South India, and I recommitted my life to Christ at this time. So I would go to the office in my motorcycle, and as soon as I arrived, somebody would be there to take the motorcycle from me and clean it and park it. And I go to the office, and somebody would be there to give me my cigarettes and coffee. And after which I would make the rounds to the various sections of the workshop. And as workshop superintendent, I had responsibility for making sure everything went well in the different sections of the workshop. It was a great job, but in spite of that, there was a fascination about going to the United States, and my sister and brother-in-law were living in the United States, and I made the decision to leave for the States.
So let's go back to your story. You were living in Virginia and then you moved to California.
Yeah, we moved to California, and I actually came on a rebound in a way. I saw an ad in the paper for a Hughes Aircraft Company and applied for it, not thinking that we were going to go there because life was good and I had a good job. But they made me an offer, and it seemed much better than what I had. And again, there was opportunities of going overseas, one of the draws. So in 1978, we moved to California. You know, we had a good time. We had a place in Yorba Linda we moved into, and we were there for about 6 years. And in 1983, I took an assignment to go to Europe, and it was for 3 years, and to work on third-born early warning system, which is a NATO program, to Brussels. So it was a 3-year assignment. We went to Brussels and put our kids in international schools. And so we were there for about 4 years, I think. We kind of had a good connection with the church. We had an International Baptist Church, which was a good church because there were a lot of international community. And we had a blast, and we really knew each other. The kids had other friends, and we went on ski trips together, and we had an enjoyable time. After 40 years, there was an opportunity to go to either UK or go back to US. I decided to go to UK. Spent 2 years there, kids went to school there, and after that, again, there was a choice of going back to US or going to Brussels. We enjoyed our life so much in Europe, so we went back to Brussels. Bali had applied and gotten admission into Payola to do her master's in pastoral counseling. And we'd also applied for 2 of Bali's sisters, Shantani and Salvina, and their families, and they could immigrate only if you were there. I resigned from Hughes. In 2001, I decided I will take a job as a realtor, and took the exam and started working. Was thinking it was more like a part-time job, but after 15 years, I'm still working. I have an opportunity to play golf, and I keep wanting to get better, and somewhat delusional. I still think I can do better, and the time has not proven that. Think about my early childhood days in India, coming back to the US, and life here, blessed with a wonderful wife and wonderful children, and living here and going to Europe and spending time there, having a new life, and coming back here to US again. It seemed like there are different chapters in my life, but through it all, I think I thank God for the memories and the friends and families they've given us. I feel so very blessed.